everyone. Welcome to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We are here for a very exciting singles match. It is one of 5 singles matches that will lead into a 5-way singles #1 contender match next season. We already have our first person entered into that 5-way. It is Cameron Holtzman, who won his match last week. But coming in now, we have Robert Castner, the now Fandom Teams champion. As much as that hurts me, and also it makes me very happy to say that Robert Castner is the Fandom Teams champion, facing against a person who is no stranger to the team's championship ring. It is David Garcia. He took the year off in singles, just told us he wanted to come back. We didn't have room, and then Mr. Rizzy retired, so we had a spot to fill. We thought David would be the perfect spot to take it. So, Coho, how you feeling about the match today?
This is going to be a good one. Robert, I would say, is probably the front runner for the Rookie of the Year in the Fandom division. He's had a fantastic season, and culminating in winning a belt in his rookie season. Not a lot of people can say that they have won the belt their first year out. Not even Tui can say that, which is wild. And David he's had a good year in teams as well. He won the summer teams tournament, which breaks my heart. David is raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by David Garcia. This is going to be a good match.
It will be a good match, but enough from us. Let's hear what the players have to say in the promos.
So, this is for #1 contender. What? That's the first.
Hold up. No, I'm not having this. No, I'm not. No. We're just finding out now this is for #1 contenders. Either that or we weren't paying attention.
That's legitimately true. That's literally true.
Okay. How you feeling? I mean, look,
yeah.
You and I have both been on streams and matches against Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Either you managing me managing you hosting, me hosting. So we know what to expect with Robert. He, as I said before, one of these players is up and coming. But David here. David's been on a team that's won 2 consecutive tournaments, played for the belt twice. I know he knows his stuff. David, you must be feeling good, right?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling stressed. I have the good chills before a match that I hope it's going to be good. So yeah, the rookies are no strange of playing Robert, and I think if he beats me, we will still be on the lead, 3-2, I believe, between the two of us. But yeah, I mean, I like Robert a lot. He's a great dude. He is a great a great addition to the fan leagues. He's front runner for Rookie of the Year in most things he plays. So listen to you, dummy. Good luck.
Yep, wishing the best of luck. But this is the thing with fandom. Everyone's so friendly at the moment. You know, I keep coming in here and no one's up for a fight. You know, it's early days, but yeah, no one's up for a fight.
Bill, do you watch Impeachment, the FX show?
No, but I did want to ask you, should I start watching Mr. Robot?
Oh, I've heard good things.
I've heard good things too. I mean, Rami Malek's fantastic. I heard like Sam Esmail basically directed the bulk of the series, which is like unheard of in television, and like everybody raves about it. I don't know.
You like that straight line consistency?
I kind of do. It's kind of nice when it's like a singular vision on something like that. I think it's fun. Yeah, I don't know. It's almost never happens. But what's Impeachment? I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's the FX American Crime Story about Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. The reason I brought it up is because in the latest episode, he talked about how mad he was that he was going to be so far up in the polls in Florida because he likes a fight. Bill Clinton likes a fight. And so do I. I like one too.
Kill that fucking nerd. Sure. All right. I don't know. Let's fight. There's some shit. I don't. Whatever. I guess. I don't know. I'm not aggro. So.
Neither am I.
A couple things.
Yeah.
First of all, remember I was about to hit go live, and I was like, "This is something I'm forgetting." I never told these 2 players that the winner of this goes into a 5-way number.
Oh, that's what you forgot to do. Okay.
Everyone else knows it because we've already announced it in like a live Q&A thing.
Right, and we've talked about stuff like that before. We just forgot to let them in on it.
Yeah. So yeah, surprise. Also, a couple other things. Joe possibly making a little heel turn, getting a little angry, and
listen, I've been trying to get him to go heel all season. I'm glad the training is starting to pay off.
Another thing, Bill can talk about whatever he wants for hours. I'll watch it.
Hours.
Okay, great.
Can I want him to break down and recap the entirety of Mr. Robot without ever once watching an episode of Mr. Robot.
Agreed. But with that, let us move into the match today. Gentlemen, here's how the match is going to work. You're going to get 10 questions in round number 1. In the realm of Fandom Fights, you'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer to each question. At the end of 15 seconds, I'll say pens down, and you will reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. Should you get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, you will receive a bonus question. You will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Good luck, Robert.
Good luck to you too, sir.
Right. Other thing I should say, David recently had some surgery on his arm. So while we normally have our competitors keeping hands up, David, we're going to be very lenient with David today. Coho, would you like to give them the first question, round number 1?
Absolutely. I would love nothing more. Your first question comes to the category of the MCU. In Spider-Man Homecoming, what class are Peter and Ned in when Ned announces to his friends that Peter knows Spider-Man?
Nothing more? You'd love nothing? Like, you can't think of one thing that you'd love more than...
I mean, I have a pizza here that's starting to get cold, but like because it's starting to get cold, that it's like I can't love it as much, you know?
Okay, so as the temperature decreases, so does the...
See, I have to put it in the fridge for it to get really cold for me to love it again.
5, 4, 3,
Lukewarm
2,
can't love that.
1. Pens down, start with Robert.
I think he's like a war criminal now or something, but it was in gym class.
David.
Gym class.
Gym class is correct. Point apiece, each on the board. As we move to the next question, which comes in the category of YA dystopia. How does PETA become the male tribute for the Hunger Games in the Hunger Games Catching Fire?
Have you ever caught fire before?
I was going to ask you that. No, but when I was a kid, this is a true story. I had this friend, and I went over his house, and we were like looking up YouTube videos, you know, like as kids do, and we found one on like how to make fireballs, like out of cotton balls and like some chemical or something, and we were like, let's do it. And the kid's mom got very mad and told me to go home. 5, 4, 3.
Is that mom to recall us?
Pens down. We'll go to David
He volunteers.
and Robert.
Said he volunteers for Haymitch.
Volunteers is correct.
Volunteers.
2-2.
Well, he was voluntold. No, I'm kidding. Star Trek. That was bad. Star Trek. What rank does Christopher Pike hold at the start of Star Trek Into Darkness?
Sounds
I
scary.
get a lot of shit from you guys for saying that I grew up liking this. Let's try it.
But this movie came out when you were not a child anymore. So how could you go?
I was 13.
I mean, I guess, but like you're kind of halfway grown up at that point.
Oh, I meant I grew up watching all the shows and the like original movies.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert
Admiral.
and David.
Star Wars, Star Trek ranks are so like Admiral.
Admiral is correct. 3-3. As we move into the next question, which comes in the category of Middle Earth. Which dwarf is played by James Nesbitt in the Hobbit trilogy?
This one I did not grow up watching, and I hate every minute of them.
That's fair. I would say watching this allowed me to grow up.
That's fair. I will say I do not hate at all but one of these movies. But I
By all,
just
you mean
don't
like
find
one
them
of these
enjoyable.
3 movies or one of these 6 movies or 7, I guess.
One of
Four.
the 7.
3.
The 7.
You're insane. 2,
I
1.
guess.
Pens down. Start with David
Is it Bofur?
and Robert.
I also said Beaufort.
I broke up a little bit. Yes, Spofer is correct.
I don't know why I'm insane for saying I liked all but 2 of the movies. Anyway,
Hit him with the next question, Coho.
your next question is the category of James Bond. In The World Is Not Enough, Electra King is overseeing the construction of what in Azerbaijan? Wow. I you know what it's like when you're like running really fast and all of a sudden you lose control, you start falling. That's what just happened verbally.
That's all right. You know what I think
definitely
happened
have
is
scars
before.
on my elbow now.
What I think happened is before you were like mid sentence and you used your like peripherals to see that there was a very tough word coming at the end of the sentence, and as you tried to prepare, you sort of tripped.
It's when you're running and
That's
your
right,
ankle
yeah.
like just kind of tweaks a little, you go down. And
Right.
it's back.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with David
Submarine? There is a submarine in that movie, right?
and Robert.
To be honest, I was hoping the answer would be Azerbaijan, but her oil pipeline.
Oil pipeline is correct. Robert will make the first cut and take the lead 5-4 as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Mission Impossible. Which Mission Impossible film was the first to feature the character Julia? You know any Julias in your life?
My sister used to have a friend named Julia, I think.
I thought you were going to say my sister used to be named Julia. And I was like,
Oh, that would have been funnier.
Okay. You know?
Would have been a better joke. Nope, she's
Mine
always
did.
been Abigail.
Mine was Julia, and then she said no thanks.
Mine was Julia, and then she decided Julie no.
Well, Pens down. Start with Robert
Mission Impossible 3.
and David.
Mission Impossible 3.
Mission Impossible 3 is correct. So point apiece. Robert remains perfect as we get to the next question. Coho.
The next question, one I'm very glad I get to read, is in the category of scores and soundtracks. Name 3 MCU composers who also composed the score for a non-MCU Marvel film.
We'll give you some extra time, Obvi. Because, we ask for
You need to make a list of, like, your general hand symbols, just the universal symbols for, like,
the other day I had
general
to,
answer, a little bit more time.
Yeah, the other day I had to, stretch. I was like, oh, okay, got to get ready. General answer.
It's a very big hand movement. You gotta, you do it too fast or without stretching. What?
Did I do one for a little more time?
Yeah, you did a little more time.
A little more time. Oh, that's
You
also
do this, you do a little bit more time.
That's also the droids you're looking for.
Yeah, it looks like the Jedi mind trick thing.
5, 4,
Repeat the question.
3, 2. All right, that is David's first repeat. Hit him again, Coho.
Name 3 MCU composers who also composed the score for a non-MCU Marvel film.
Yeah. Repeat.
Yeah, repeats general.
We got a repeat in the house, folks.
It's either repeat vertically or repeat horizontally.
Repeat.
Yep.
Go
Depends.
back. What else happens in matches I could do a hand thing for? Sudden
Sure.
death. I don't know.
Wait, what was that?
Sudden death. But
Sudden death? You better start using that.
Sudden death. I'm not ready to it. I'll think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with David.
Ramin, did you add Danny Elfman and Henry Jackman?
And Robert.
I said Danny Elfman, Brian Tyler, Ramin Djawadi.
We can accept both those answers. That is correct. The possible answers were Danny Elfman, Ramin Djawadi, Christoph Beck, Henry Jackman, Tyler Bates, and Ludwig Göransson. If you want to know what movies,
We take Brian Tyler then?
Yeah, then I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I thought
one of our answers.
you know what happens is I get Brian Tyler and Tyler Bates messed up even when you say their name, and I have a different name written here.
No
So.
shit. Never happened.
Sounds like, unfortunately, Robert will miss that, but David will get the point, which means we have a tie game, 6-6. If you want to know what movies they composed, IMDb, fantastic website. As we get to your next question, which comes in the category of Pixar. In Soul, Joe's old student Curly, who gets him the gig with Dorothea Williams, plays what instrument?
A lot of soul questions coming into the.
I was going to say, those who are fans of the show, as I say, check out the shirts. You'll be able to tell what day this was filmed on. Very recent Soul question was asked.
Yeah.
Also, recent soul questions like in a couple matches ago. But
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a new movie, guys. Right for the questioning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert.
The drums.
David.
Saxophone.
Drums is the correct answer. Robert
Nice.
will regain his 1-point lead as we get to the penultimate question. Coco.
your penultimate question in the category of Disney live action. Which Disney live action film features a young female robot named Athena designed to recruit people?
Tried to cut you off and say, Coho's got the penultimate question, so now all he has to do is read it because I've introduced it for him.
He can't.
And then
He can't stop me. It's been 4 years. I'll never change. Almost 5. Think about that. We're almost on 5 years of Phantom Fights.
yeah, man. Some people grew up watching Star Trek. Some people grew up watching multiplex Fandom Fights.
Can't wait to meet the one person who did.
I mean, can we all say that we grew up as a person watching multiplex Fandom Fights?
This is true. I have 2 pieces of pizza left.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Start with David.
I saw this movie in theaters when it came out. Is it Tomorrowland?
And Robert.
Tomorrowland is what I said.
Tomorrowland is the correct answer.
Wow, I had no idea.
Utterly fantastic then. As we move to your final question, Robert is in the lead 8-7. There are no more perfect rounds. Your final question comes in the category of Disney animation. How many puppies do Purdy and Pongo have in 101 Dalmatians?
Fuck. No,
So
Ben, no.
June 1st, 2022. 5 years of multiplex.
That's kind of like a year away from now, so I feel like you can't be like 5 years.
No. I'm just saying. I just did the math in my head. July.
It's like if I said October 12th, 2054. That's when Nick turns 50 something. I don't know.
No, but I'd appreciate that information. I'll remember that.
3,
October 12th, everybody.
50, whatever.
1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert
Is it 16?
and David.
It's just 15.
The correct answer is 15. 15 is correct. So with that, David ties the score. It is 8-8. As we get out of round number 1, very exciting match thus far. Because we have a tie game. That's exciting. We'll move into round number 2. Here's how round number 2 is going to work. It is the wheel round. Each player will get a spin at the wheel that has 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. If you like what you spin the first time, you can keep it. If not, you can get to spin again, but you have to keep what you spin the second time. You will get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you would like to take down to multiple choice, at which case they will only be worth 1. Everyone be aware, stealing is available in this round. We have a tie game, but Robert, you are in the lead. I will read you your categories now. You have horror icons, MCU, Mission Impossible, Middle Earth, Star Wars, Pixar, Marvel, and Disney animation. Robert, would you like to spin or defer?
What do you want to do, champ?
I usually like to defer in these situations, but if you have any advice about not doing that, I would listen.
Yeah, man, yeah, no, it's worked out for you so far, so
I guess, yeah, I'll defer then.
All right. And we will bring in Joe. And David, this will be your first spin at the wheel.
We used to spin in first, David, so...
I mean, yeah, you know it.
It's on horror icons.
So we discussed...
We are spinning away from that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. David, you will have to keep what this spin lands on.
I've watched them, but I am not going to pick horror.
Lands on opponent's choice.
Wow, it was the primed as well.
Yeah.
We'll take out Joe. We'll bring back in Bill.
we'll
We'll to assign to David.
My gut is telling me to do horror.
Yep.
Based because he's good on most of this stuff.
And he did spin away from it, yeah.
I know he likes animation. He spun away from it. So my idea is to pick horror.
Fun, go.
All right, horror icons, please.
All righty. Okay.
All right, David, I'll go ahead and give you your questions that you were very enthusiastically accepting in the category of horror icons. Your first question. Which Friday the 13th film features a surprise birthday party for a character named Michael who never makes it to the party?
No, the film.
5.
Multiple choice.
4.
Your multiple choice options are A, Friday the 13th, Part 3, B, Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, C, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, or D, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood.
Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning.
That is incorrect. Robert, the chance of the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Friday the 13th, Part 3, B, Friday the 13th, Part 5, A New Beginning, C, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives, or D, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood.
It's D, Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood.
That is correct for 1 point.
Damn it.
Thank you for letting me read all those mouthy titles.
Yep.
Yeah.
Next time I'll just list them.
Your
second question in the category of horror icons. What is the name of the reality show that Halloween Resurrection centers around?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Halloween Kills, B, Murder House, C, Dangertainment, or D, Serial Partiers?
C.
C is correct for 1 point. And a tie game once again. Your third question. Freddy's bones are ultimately buried in what type of location in A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors?
It's like a. It's a junkyard with like the place where the cars. I'm going to say like a. Fuck.
5.
Junkyard.
That is correct for 2 points.
That's what they're called.
I was sitting here just going, okay, let him go. Your fourth question. In Friday the 13th, Part 2, Jason kills Mark, a boy in a wheelchair, by plunging a machete into what part of his body?
I think it's his head. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay. Just
Can
wait,
I
I was looking at you.
Can I bring Bill in just real
Yes,
quick?
you may.
Okay.
What's up?
So you know this, right?
It's bit, yeah.
It's his face, but I don't know if we should challenge for this technically because his face is on his head. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just
mean,
wanted to talk it out.
Yeah. No, it's right there. So
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to
Yeah.
talk it out. We're cool. I just want to see you, Bill. Oh,
Oh, sorry, Bill.
All right. So that puts David up to 8 to Robert's 9 as we go to the last question, I believe.
13, but
13. I can't do
I don't know
tallies.
what.
what?
13. Can't do tallies. Math, not my strong suit. Your last question, Horror Icons. How many Halloween films feature the actress Danielle Harris?
five.
4. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Wow.
I almost thought that was part of the countdown, but yeah.
Yeah. I was right there, but with that, David gets his score up to 15, working his way through Horror Icons. Robert at 9. We get into bring back Bill, and I have to share the wheel. I'm so great at this.
Good job in the steel, man. You're like a coked out Wolverine locked in a cage with a sedated bunny. Just fucking get at it. Let's go.
All righty. Well, Robert, this
I
is
am
gonna be your-
sedated, actually.
Robert, this is your first spin. Hands on spinner's choice.
Okay.
So I'm between two.
All right.
I did all the Mission Impossible studying, but MCU is kind of my bread and butter. So
All right. Which one do you feel most comfortable with?
I always feel comfortable in MCU, so I'm thinking MCU.
All right, go for it.
All right, MCU, please.
All righty. Robert, I will be giving you your questions in the category of the MCU. Are you prepared?
Indeed.
All right, your first question. Which MCU film features the death of a character named Jasper Sitwell?
Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. Who plays Nova Prime in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Glenn Close.
I didn't quite hear you, Rob.
Glenn Close.
That is correct for 2 points. Possibly an inside joke, but maybe we'll find out later. Your next question in MCU. In Avengers Infinity War, who does Star-Lord hold at gunpoint during the Guardians' initial standoff with the Avengers on Titan?
This is the little freak, Peter Parker, a.k.a. Spider-Man.
That is correct for 2 points in a tie game. If we get to your penultimate question. In Iron Man 2, what TV program does Coulson say he will watch while tasing Stark if he breaks house arrest?
Super Nanny.
That is correct for 2 more points and the lead as we get to your final question. which comes in the category of MCU still. Because, it's round 2. Your question. I almost said the category of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, your question. In Ant-Man and the Wasp, what part of Hank Pym's body does Ghost hold her phased arm through to get him to give her the lab?
His head.
That is incorrect. David, chance for a 2-point steal.
His chest.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for his neck.
Oh,
Neck.
right
So
in the
I
middle.
believe face is part of the head. I think neck is a different part. So with that, Robert gets his score up to 17. David at 15. Is that what you have, Coho?
Well, that is exactly what I have.
Great. So with that, we will move into round number 3. Round number 3 is going to work like this. You're going to get 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. You will be able to bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points. We will play. If you get the question correct, you will gain those points. If you get the question incorrect, you will lose those points. We will play till someone is mathematically eliminated. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
Great game so far, Dave.
Yeah. Thank you.
All
Same.
right. Your first category for which you can bet points on is YA dystopia.
All right.
David, you know how you feel on this. Do what you're comfortable with. You've already come out of an opponent spinners round with only a 2-point deficit. So I've got immense faith in anything you do at the moment.
All right.
You're doing great. So just, I know how you feel about this category. So I'd say anywhere between my ticket stub from Spice World or a box of bootleg Fruit Loops is the way to go.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right. Sounds good.
Spice Girls. You want to never take a bill for Spice Girls.
We get bets starting with Robert
1.
and David.
2.
All right. Your category in YA dystopia. Who plays Teresa in the Maze Runner franchise? This is tense. It's tense. This is 2 tense matches in a row.
In this match,
Yeah.
we're literally camping.
Yeah.
David is
This match is camping right now, too. It is literally intense.
damn straight shouty. But
As I said before, it can't be good for my surgery recovery.
1 pens down. We'll get answers starting with Robert
Kalos Scodelario.
and David.
Kaya Scoledario.
I don't think we can accept either. Both of you are just a little off. It's Kaya Scodelario. So Robert had the last name correct. David had the first name correct. Robert added a letter in the first name. David mixed up some letters in the second name. So I don't think we can accept either.
That's fine.
Robert will lose 1 point. David will lose 2 points. The score is now 16-13. Is that what you have, Ko?
That is what I have as well.
All right,
Your
then bring-
second category that you can bet points on is Star Trek.
David, you know what you have to do?
I think. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I know how you feel about this category. You know your stuff. So you want to go somewhere between a Home Depot gift card with 86 cents on it or the broken in roster on Boatman's Time Machine.
Gotcha. That's
Got
good.
it.
Advice. Good sound advice.
Cool.
I want to know what stick of gum he's going to buy with that 86 cents.
All right, we will get bets starting with David
2.
and Robert.
2.
All right,
All right.
hit him with the Coho.
Your question. What was the name of Picard's nephew who died in a fire along with Picard's brother Robert in Star Trek Generations? I saved it.
I should have put the parentheses before.
You probably should have, yeah. I caught the
It says-
parentheses in the
It says
peripheral.
Robert, and then it says parentheses French, pronounced Robert.
Yeah, I definitely saw the parentheses out of my peripheral just in time to correct.
Yeah.
We're all
Good time.
fine over here.
What a great film. 4,
Let's drop my whiteboard.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll get answers starting with David
Renee.
and Robert.
Renee.
Robert. Thank you for your answer.
Challenge, I didn't put the thing.
I had it and then I erased it because I was worried if I put it in the wrong place.
2 points apiece. Renee is correct. So we have a score of 18-15 as we get to the next question, which comes in the category of Planet of the Apes.
David, again, there's 3 questions left.
I am 3 down.
Yeah.
And it's 3 questions left.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We good?
No?
I think Dark Knight Rises.
I don't remember the code, but okay.
Good stuff.
I think he's going to bet 2.
I don't mean to laugh.
Okay, thank you. If we lose, we
God
lose.
damn it! We worked on this.
I know. I told you I'm not good. Anyway.
All right, Robert. Okay, you're up by 3. We're doing great. I know normally in this situation, you'd probably want to go with Flavor Flav's World Best Dad mug, but I feel pretty confident you could probably go with the diploma of business ethics from Trump University.
Gotcha.
All right, cool.
Okay, we'll get bets starting with Robert
1.
and David.
2. And I'm going to try and find a pen that works better, if you don't mind.
Sure, we'll take a second. All right, your question from Planet of the Apes. Which Apes film was the first one to not feature a character named Cornelius? Do you know any Corneliuses?
No.
Are they? I know my friend Cornelius is married to Julia, and
There you go.
they live a very happy life together. It's great.
That's very nice.
Fuck.
You're gonna be. I don't believe you for a second. Is
No,
it actually?
that was all a lie. I don't have friends, marriage, nope, nothing.
Repeat.
I was talking to Bill, but
That is Robert's first repeat. Question again. Which Apes film was the first one to not feature a character named Cornelius?
I was low-key talking to Bill, who in the chat said it's my middle name. So I was like, I don't believe that for a second.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean,
That's
I
also
also
something-
don't believe that you have a friend named Cornelius either. But
Well, I've exposed myself now as I was lying.
there you go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Good answers. Starting with Robert
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
and David.
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes.
Conquest of the Planet of the Apes is correct. Robert will gain 1 point. David will gain 2. It is now a 2-point game. Robert with 19. David with 17. As we get to the penultimate category, what is it, Coho?
They have the score together of a Best Picture nominee, with the category is horror icons.
You're muted, Joe.
Joe, you're muted.
Yeah.
David, you worked your way through it. You did really well. You've gained a point from that last question. 2 left. Playing really well.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's no choice.
All right.
Good games, Robert, just in case. Because
Yeah.
you, like,
Good.
I have to ask Bill a question when we're done with bets. Just have to
Oh.
ask. I'll ask him during commentary. Don't worry.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. We'll get bets, starting with David
2.
and Robert.
2.
All right.
All right. Your question, horror icons. How does Joey die at the beginning of A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master? I have to ask then, if your middle name is Cornelius, Bill, does that make your name Bill Cornelius Adelphia? Is that your full name? Is that your legal government name? I need to know. I need to know these things.
So, like, or
Yes, generally. I actually did mean to do
I
that,
love that he stopped and did the sign.
so. 5, 4,
Oh my gosh,
3.
I love it.
Repeat.
2. All right. That is Robert's second repeat.
Let's repeat again. All right, your question again. How does Joey die at the beginning of A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master?
You said general answer, right?
General. Yes.
Okay. Because this always confused me. So
Very general.
Okay, I'm going to give an answer, and depending on what you say, I might challenge it. Just because I was always confused.
That's my attitude every question.
Okay, good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Good answer starting with David.
Drowned.
And Robert.
He gets pulled into his water bed / drowned.
That is correct.
Sorry, my question was because there's blood. I didn't know if you meant like he was gutted in there or whatever. So that was.
I think it's kind of clear he's under drowned.
Okay.
That is correct. Drowned is correct. So each player will gain 2 points. We still have a game. Robert in the lead, 21 to David's 19. As we get to the final question, and boy, oh boy, might history repeat itself.
Oh no!
As we get into James Bond.
Oh fuck!
All right, since I was cut off last round, Robert.
Oh, sorry, Bill.
It's
Bill.
okay. It wasn't important.
Hey, Bill,
Yeah.
give your answer, and then can we talk seriously?
Sure thing. I think you're safe to go with $20 of discount candy on November 1st.
Okay.
All right, cool.
But honestly, what do you think here? Because I'm concerned.
Yep. So, how you feel about James Bond?
I'm okay, but like it's a question of do I want to take this to overtime if something bad happens, or do I not? And do I just want to see what happens?
I say bring it home, but if you don't feel confident, go to sudden death. Either way is going to work.
All right.
So, I mean, yeah.
Joe, you muted.
Joe, you're muted.
You've been paired with me long enough. Osmosis is a thing. It'll work.
Sure.
I'm sure.
I love that both the managers of James Bond fans get to watch this. We're probably going to be cursing backstage. Like, how the fuck do you not know that?
Yeah.
I have seen a few.
That's
All
all
right.
you need.
We appear good. We'll get bets starting with Robert
1.
and David.
2.
All right. Here's a rub. Game's going to be over after this question. If both players hit, Robert wins. If both players miss, Robert wins. If David hits and Robert misses, David will be the winner. Your question.
Great game. Good luck, Robert.
Your question in James Bond. What drug is being smuggled by Koskov in The Living Daylights? Do you want to sing the song, co-host? This is 2 tenths of a moment. Okay.
I don't want to breathe right now. Nick,
Tensions are heightened.
I'm stressed.
That was all I needed to do.
I'm so mad I didn't bet 2 on apes.
I'd rather sing the new song because at least I know that won't affect
4,
anything.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Robert
Heroin.
and David.
Cocaine.
And your winner, Robert Castner. The correct answer was actually opium. So neither player hit, but Robert still maintains the lead as the game ends. Coho, thoughts on the match?
My heart definitely skipped a beat there for a second when Robert turned around the wrong answer in the second before we got David turning around his answer. I was like, we might have a big upset in the last question, but that was a fantastic match between the two. I think that both guys put up a really strong game, especially David got opponent's choice and only really lost there by a point or 2. That's really, really impressive, especially taking a year off of singles. I think David should have put up a really good game, even in a loss. And Robert definitely proving why he's the rookie of the year right now. So I think both put up a great game.
I agree. Let's talk with our unfortunate loser of today, David.
Yeah.
You did great. As Coho said, you've been off for a while. You just played a literal champion, and you took it all the way to the last question, even getting the opponent's spinners a combo there. So you did great. Before this, you were undefeated in singles, and I think there's no shame in saying your first loss came to the current reigning team's champion. So and you took him very far. So how are you feeling about the match?
I am. So honestly, I don't. Actually, I'm pissed about the horror question that I missed which is weird because I knew what movie it was. I just forgot about the freaking like psychiatric thing in the fifth one, so I mixed them up. And also they both have new on the title. So I'm kind of kicking myself about it, but if I had answered that, Robert would have probably bet more in the questions that he bet low. So I don't think it will have changed the outcome of the match, but I am really happy about how my study in horror is going. So yeah, when I started this thing, I was like, I am not going to watch a lot of like bad movies or movies I don't want to watch. I have seen enough. Maybe I will watch Rocky because those seem fun. But then Joe said, hey, you want to be my partner? Fuck. He is going to study and I am going to drag him. So I was like, let's just try. And I lost, but I lost to Robert in another great match. So congratulations to him. But yeah, I just hope I don't have to, now that I am back, I just hope I don't need to wait another year to play.
Okay.
Tell me that.
Joe, you're muted. I can tell you're about to talk, but I can see the little mute button on your thing there.
David, I think you played really well today. I think you're absolutely phenomenal for a player who, like Nick said, spin his opponents, playing the current team's champion, sedated, recovering from surgery, been out for a year. I thought that performance was incredible, and I think you deserve a lot of plaudits for that. Robert was fantastic. He's the team's champion for a reason.
Always.
But I thought your performance was absolutely fantastic. And
Okay,
sometimes you can have situations where you play really well and lose, and sometimes you have situations where you don't play so well and win. Unfortunately, this was the former of these, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I still thought you were phenomenal.
Agreed. I think you did great. We will definitely see you next season, and we will see Wookiee Mistake in the first round of the team's tournament next week, actually. So that will be exciting. Look forward to seeing you both there. But for right now, we will get to our winner today in Robert Castner. Robert, David played a hell of a match. You also played a hell of a match because, you won. Fantastic job. How you feeling about today's performance?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. I won this match because of luck a lot, honestly. I mean, I'm skilled enough, but I won it mostly because of luck. Spinners and opponents is hard to overcome. I maybe should have taken. There's a lot of things I question about. The composers thing. I had Tyler Bates, Brian Tyler. Much like Nick, your confusion on the names. I did have them in there, and then I just chose the wrong one. Maybe I should have chosen Mission Impossible because I just studied it more recently, and then I should have bet 2 on the Apes question. I didn't want Joe to influence me for some reason. I thought maybe this will be about something I haven't watched in a minute, but those are second guess things that fortunately they didn't bite me in the ass today. David was phenomenal. I think if you gave an award or some sort of credit for like a people's champion win, given it all he had to overcome to get to this point, you would give it to him. I'm just fortunate that I won the match.
Very fair. Bill, thoughts on the match?
Oh, Bill's muted.
He's definitely doing this on purpose.
Some kind of rash, and that's how I save Thanksgiving. But anyway, hey, I want to hear none of that shit. You played lights out. You did well. All right. I mean, you took it went to the end, but you didn't falter. You got there. I'm proud of you. You're a champ for a reason. You bust your ass. David, fantastic as always. We knew this wasn't going to be a layup, and you rose to the challenge, sir. Tip of the hat.
Thank you.
I agree.
We're gonna go celebrate. We'll get some Arby's. I'll DoorDash that over to you. I got my Cynthia Rothrock collection. We'll watch like China O'Brien 1 and 2. It's gonna be fun.
Yes, I was hoping that's what you would say.
Yes.
Great. I echoed all those sentiments before the DoorDash and stuff. I'm not able to do that for you. But Robert, what's next for you is in singles. As you learned in this match today, because I forgot to tell you beforehand, you will be one of 5 people in a 5-way number 1 contenders match at the beginning of next year. Currently in that match is Cameron Holtzman.
Oh.
And now you're the second entrant. How you feeling about a 5-way contender match?
It sounds really cool. In theory. right now, standing as one of the people who are in it before I actually have to play it. Sounds great. Cameron's in it. He ousted my teammate from the singles tournament, so I guess some revenge there. I'm also hoping maybe my teammate shows up in it. So who knows? We don't know, but that's my hope. And if that's the case, it'll be a really fun time.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing you there. Congratulations on the win today. We will see you again very soon. Coho, final thoughts.
I think that was a great match. And I think that I'm very excited to see what David does next in singles. And I'm very excited to see Castner in this number one contenders match. I think it's going to be I think we've got 2 so far at the table now. So I think that is 2 really strong players so far in the contender, with 3 really strong ones left to come. So
I agree. Should be an exciting time, but today was an exciting time. Thank you all for joining. Keep an eye out in the midst of the team's tournament. Got some more singles matches for you, so check them out. Thank you to David. Thank you to Robert. Thank you to Bill. Thank you to Joe. Thank you to Coho. We'll see you next time on another exciting episode of Fandom Fights.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.